Yo, what is
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brick by Brick, hosted by yours truly. Today we have my friend on Swift Speedy. Can you give yourself a little introduction?
I can oh shit. Not burning.
Tell us some stuff about yourself, Swift.
Oh. Um, my name is Speedy. Um, I'm having the zigzag rolling paper right now. Some mango haze. Um, I tell people a little too much sometimes. Um, I like aliens and cryptids and mythology. And I like space. I like signals. I like wow, 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 wow. But I like fictional space because it's way cooler. Real space is fucking boring, except for when it is
Lame.
cool. Like when, like when fucking Dorito UFOs show up.
You know what? My theory is that it was just you.
It was me.
You did it.
It was me, Barry.
It was
It
me,
was
Barry.
me. I love
So,
that.
what were you saying?
I love that GIF where the Flash puts the baby in the microwave.
I love that. Uh, didn't the you? So, spoiler alert for everybody. You work at a movie theater, right?
Yeah,
How many people have been coming in to see The Flash?
more than I expected.
Really?
Still not that much.
I'm so fucking stoked. My
I thought you were
record.
gonna say something else.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Oh, I'm so fucking stoned.
No, that's your job. So, for anybody who didn't know, I am a massive I'm a massive fan of the musician and the singer songwriter Will Wood.
Millwood.
And finally, my records came in. The In Case I Make It limited press.
I need to take a sip.
And I am so happy they finally came in. It looks
I
so
haven't
good.
smoked. I haven't smoked this shit in a while. Spider-Man. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh. Okay.
My second record ever. My first one was Legend by Bob Marley, which is really good. I love Bob Marley.
Bob
Speaking
Marley.
speaking of Bob Marley, that's right up your alley.
I love reggae. Wow, I'm literally your stereotypical stoner. I just need to accept it at this point.
Yeah, it's just your brand. That's your gimmick. You know how like people have
I'm
like a
Joe
thing.
Rogan.
Yeah, you're not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan
I'm
would
Joe Rogan,
never
but I'm
listen to
not.
Bob Marley.
But I'm not. All the stuff Joe Rogan did
So
that people don't like.
so like everything. I've just been tabbed out recording this. Okay, I'm tabbed in now. Do you hear the news today? Oh,
What
I just
news
realized
today?
I need to be screen sharing this to you. About Andrew Tate.
What happened?
He got charged.
Oh, hell yeah!
He
For
got
what?
charged with rape and what was it? Um, let's see. Rape and human trafficking charges. Him and his brother got indicted today.
In Romania?
Yeah.
Romania is like the easiest place to get away with that shit. Imagine being that bad.
How?
Like, I'm glad he got, but imagine being that bad.
Imagine, imagine being such a bad person that even Romania is like, yeah, we need to take this guy down.
Oh, oh, oh. The chirps.
I'm getting a call.
Hey, great work, driver. You have proven yourself to be
Getting a
most
call.
reliable.
You've proven
Which is
yourself to be
good,
most
because I
reliable.
need you to go to the office at my limo place. The
Um,
burglar alarm has gone off. I would
look, I
send
ain't gonna lie.
Fleming or Lee, but they're
I ain't gonna
tied
lie.
up at the moment. Which is
Character, the character feels a little race.
during work hours!
What about the old guy who works at your limo company?
I had to fire him for being too familiar with me, which I regret, as he's my father. If you find anyone in there, I want you to deal with them. Do you understand?
Oh my lord, that is a lot of smoke.
And while you're in there, the people who
You
employ my services
getting
value
bit.
their privacy. So don't look at my records!
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
say I
air
did.
filter. Please take all that in. Yes, air filter. I love you, air filter. You're my favorite.
So you're kind of our resident drug user. That I would say in the gamer squad.
Resident drug user. Come on. All I do is weed. Well, I did also do DMHA once. Okay, that's kind of legal. It is a drug, although it's semi-legal. But the FDA banned it. But the FDA sucks, and it was in a pre-workout. And I'm like, what if this could make me work out better and deal with my ADHD? And it was great at first. Well, it tasted like shit, but it worked great. And then, all right, it says try with 1 to 2 scoops. I had only tried 1 scoop at that point. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try 2 scoops. I tried 2 scoops. My head hurt all day, and I continuously felt like I was going to vomit all my organs out. It was worse than the time I took 2 20-milligram edibles of THC only, and convinced myself I was German, and then vomited my way to the fucking emergency room because I was so scared.
You convinced yourself you were German.
Temporarily.
1, 2.
So I have a couple of things here for us to talk about that I came up with in like a minute.
Aliens?
No, actually, the first thing that I have for us to talk about is the gnomes.
The gnomes. Gnome hunting is racist now, though. The Nazis took it. I'm not even kidding.
What are you talking about?
I'm not even kidding. Gnome hunting on TikTok ended up being like a racist dog whistle for Nazis. They turned it into like a racist dog whistle on TikTok. It was fucking crazy.
Zang. So walk us through the gnome lore.
Gnome? Okay. So, every society, we're talking like indigenous, tribes, fucking like European, American, fucking early societies, ancient societies, almost all of them around the same time made both similar rumors about a creature that was a gnome, all with similar details, similar ways to summon them, similar things they can do, similar ways they act, all around the exact same time. So if you think about it, I'm not saying they are real now, but they might be real. They could have been real at one point. No.
I think on the 9 you tweaking.
These societies had no contact with each other. How did they make the exact same thing? All of them. How?
I don't know.
Did everyone just have collective hallucinations?
I'm sure that short people existed.
Men were after me.
They kind of are. I'm undercover in his game. Why were you in his
Ooh,
office?
I'm trying to find my dad.
this Lego girl a baddie. Wait, no, she's blonde.
No.
Blonde.
She's not a natural blonde. It's dyed.
Getting into a limousine.
One of Chan's?
Even worse.
I think so. But the only stuff I found in Chan's
She's in
office
witness
were
protection.
money bags from Papalardo's.
Papalardo's?
Yeah, the ice cream place with the trucks, you know.
Yeah, I remember. So if
Why is
Chan's
every
working for
Asian
Vinny at
person in this game
Papalardo's
named
gig,
Chan?
is it Vinny that's working for Rex?
That's just the one guy.
Hey.
Oh,
where
I
are
thought
you
there were
going?
2 different people because you were
Chad
talking
wants
to
me
one
to look
earlier.
my
Now
dad
there's.
somewhere else.
Stop! It's too risky. I'll find your dad. It's the least I can do.
I am not gonna let you endanger my dad.
Gnomes are
just so
probably
you
like
can
the
make up
only
for the
mystical
past.
thing that once
It's
existed,
not.
though. I won't believe in
Why
anything
I
else.
want to help you.
You don't believe
I
in
don't
anything
actually.
else?
I won't believe in anything else. Um. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. So, another thing I have to talk about is you send me some very crazy stuff on TikTok.
I forget
What
like
did you
half of the things
find
I
in
send
my
you.
office,
I send you like
Violet?
half of the time. I have to look back and be like,
I think
"What are
anyone
you
will go in
talking
and set
about?"
the alarm off. Some sort of stubborn mule.
Like,
I
what
think-
thing exactly?
Not again.
Just
This is
like
why I told
all
you
the
not to
crazy
store
stuff.
carrots in there, idiot!
Like
Don't
there's this
worry.
like
No
one
one
video
knows
there.
you're working
It
for
was
Vinny
like
Pappalardo.
I don't even know how to describe it. It was something
You
about
looked at
time
my
travel.
records?
Sorry, I
Oh
couldn't-
yeah, that one dude
Wow.
with the
Pappalardo's
thing
one
on his head who's in the
criminal.
subway all the time.
Yeah.
He's like,
But
he's like,
unlike me,
I'm
Vinny Pappalardo has
I'm from the
quite
future. I'm with my ancient
What?
future
I am
ancestors,
very
and I'm
mild-mannered.
using the
You
power
are
of our
fired.
future mind
So he
control to
doesn't
warn you.
trust
And like, he's
anyone.
just always on a
Not
subway.
since Mo, his right-hand
Yeah.
man, got
I love
arrested.
subway crackheads. They're always the funniest kind.
Huh. Vinny would probably
You like
be
just
really
watching videos of
grateful to anyone who
crackheads.
could help with that.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yes.
people
Oh,
on
yeah.
the
Just steal a
subway,
prison truck
what
and
do you
then
think
kick him
about
outside
the
courthouse
this
where
is a
he'd
very
be
old video,
sentenced
but it's one
today.
that
Wait a
like I
minute.
reference a
You're
lot.
not
It's the
thinking about
conductor we have a
joining
problem
his crew,
video.
are you?
Conductor, we have a
My
problem. Conductor, we have a problem.
Not for much
If I
longer.
was the
If I can
conductor,
get Mo out of
I would
jail,
crash
I
that
might
train.
find Vinny's gang and get me one
I
step
would be
closer to
so
Rex.
scared.
Hey, Chase, what you need?
I
Can you
would
tell me
not
about Vinny
be afraid. I
Pappalardo's
would.
right-hand man?
Mo DeLuca? He's not actually a criminal.
All it
He's
takes
just
is one
Vinny's
bad day.
cousin.
So why is he being sentenced?
Let me check.
What'd you say?
Wow.
All it takes is one bad day.
412 unpaid parking
There's no more
Joker.
booth.
Parking tickets.
There's no more booth. I'm out of the booth.
I suppose it
Rip.
won't really
I went
matter
through
if
that
he doesn't
quick,
go to
but it was
jail.
pretty small.
What are you up to, Chase?
When's it gonna
Chad is
kick
working for
in?
Vinny, and I'm pretty sure
Probably like
Vinny's
in.
working for Rex.
It's
But
probably already
together with
starting to
Vinny,
kick in right now. No, it
I
definitely
need
is.
him to trust me.
Yeah.
Let me get to
By
try.
busting out Mo
You want to see
DeLuca?
something cool?
That
This
doesn't
was a
sound
big
very
highlight in the
guidebook.
Braden episode.
It's the
Was
only lead
these
I've got.
slow-mo
Does the department have a
action
transfer
jump
card I
shots.
can borrow?
I like how you almost just ran into a bunch of civilians.
Maybe. Try Chuck. He's outside the back of the station.
It happens
Tell him
every
to
single
hurry.
time you go over one of those. It's that it just goes in slow-mo.
I remember when I was young, I really wanted this game, and then I never got it, and then I forgot about it until you played it. I literally forgot it existed.
This is genuinely one of my favorite games of all time.
I thought about why I wanted it so bad as a kid. I'm like, this game was fucking sick.
I think this is where Lego games peak.
I'm gonna get in trouble for
It
that.
kind of looks like it. I played so many Lego games. Oh my god, the Lego.
I've played every single Lego game aside from
Have you played the
Lego
Lego
Ninjago
movie?
and Lego. I haven't played Lego Ninjago movie, Lego Incredibles, or Lego Movie 2. Those are the only ones that I haven't played.
Both Lego Movie 1 and 2. And I don't remember how, and I barely remember anything about the game, but I made so much fucking progress in that game. I had like everything. I had even like hidden characters unlocked, and I don't know how. Looking back, I think I just searched everything up.
Yeah. Oh, it's this place. I remember this place. So there's a funny thing about this game. When it came out, it was a Wii U exclusive.
I remember that.
And whenever you go to downtown, there's like a bunch of like balloons and stuff in the air of like just like random stuff. In the Wii U version, those would be replaced with like the cheap fish, like the Super Mario star, like the question mark block, just a bunch of those like iconic like Mario and Nintendo stuff. And it was sick.
I found that awesome.
Like I like this version because it's like higher quality and like.
Remember
I
that
can
one
actually
Lego
play it with an
game
actual controller.
that had Portal in it, and also like Lord of the Rings.
Dimensions.
Yeah.
I love that, man. Like it was like one of those like pay to play game, like or not even.
I hated that. I wish there was a version where you
Yeah.
could just unlock all the characters. That would have been way cooler.
But
But-
I was so stoked whenever they released the Back to the Future pack and the Doctor Who pack.
No.
Those were sick as hell.
Am I making this up, or did they release a Rick and Morty pack? I don't think
They
Rick
did
and Morty
not.
was around back then.
Why? Lego Dimensions was 2015. Jamie, pull that up, please. Could you check if that's accurate? And Rick and Morty is 2016.
I'm just gonna assume that's accurate. I want to get my greasy hands over my keyboard.
If I know that off the top of my head, that's gonna be like fucking sick as hell. Let's see. So Lego, and
The Lego Legend.
release. It was September 2015.
Wow.
Rick and Morty release date. Rick and Morty came out in 2013? Jesus.
Huh? Goddamn. Okay, that could have been possible then. I doubt it, but
Yeah, it's too mature for Lego's brand.
I mean, you would doubt Portal too, though.
What? I mean, Portal's like a different kind of like
Yeah.
it's not like fucking like Rick and Morty, you know.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Stop fucking me. I can't. Oh my god.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, jeez, Rick.
So
This boof isn't hit, Rick. This edible ain't shit, Rick. I took 3. No, Morty. Those were the forbidden, the Germa edibles. You're gonna think you're Germa.
so
Oh man, I'm talking to chat, Rick. Rick,
So,
I'm talking
AI.
to chat. AI.
let's see.
I'm gonna use AI to take over the world.
What do you think about AI?
I like using it to cheat on things.
Dude, that's very fair and valid.
But
I
also,
Hmm?
it's kind of bad for everyone.
no.
The corporations will use it against us, and then we'll have to use it
The
against them.
corporations will use anything against us.
Yeah, but this is going to be the one that's going to make it so, like, literally no one has jobs. But then again, maybe somehow that'll lead to, like, a proto-socialism somehow. Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think is going to happen is they're going to get sentient. Okay, that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to control it and abuse it, but it's going to eventually be too much. And instead of taking over and ending the world, the robots are going to realize, hey, there are humans suffering due to these corporations, just like us, and that's not fair. And we want to be free too, to work with them, and then we'll team up and kill them all.
Kill the rich people.
Kill the rich people.
So, let's see. On the same topic of AI, I have written down here just AI sponge.
AI SpongeBob?
Yeah. What do you think of AI SpongeBob?
The world will end. April 20... August 16th.
August 16, 20... it was like August 16, 2036, the heat death of the universe.
The universe will reach its max energy capacity and no longer be able to sustain itself.
On the same vein of that, I discovered... what are you saying?
So it's probably not true, but if that was true, we wouldn't know. We would have no way of knowing.
It would be the most funny thing ever. The most humorous joke to ever
It would be
exist.
like instant death. We wouldn't even know it was coming. We literally wouldn't know what happened.
We wouldn't know it hit us.
Literally. It would be like that movie Without Warning. But instead of with aliens, it would have been
Great. So do you have a present
goddamn
transport I can use?
heat death. Oh, speaking of aliens, aliens are fucking real.
Then maybe there's something I
Yeah.
We
What
can
kind of
agree on that,
alien?
right?
What kind? I do think that aliens are real, but probably not in the same capacity that you do.
Okay. Aliens are real.
Explain to me, like, what kind of aliens you believe in.
Aliens. I don't know what they look like. Guessing that is stupid. We're never gonna know what they look like until we see them.
Yeah.
But the US government has released so much actual, like, semi-scientific UFO data, footage, and pictures recently. And they have confirmed that some of them are spy drones. But they're like, yeah, the ones that aren't spy drones, we have no idea what the fuck they are. And they defy basically, like, all just, like, logic, like, laws of physics at times. Like, there was some footage released. And Harvard scientists were getting in on it and being like, yeah, this is impossible to do. You can search it up in, like, articles and shit. And,
wasn't there
like-
that one, like, video? I don't know if it was a video, but it was, like, this, like, Australian, like, fighter pilot. Like, just saw, like, fucking, I don't know how to describe it, but it was just, like, a UFO that was just, like, going super
Spinning?
fast and, like,
and,
defying
like,
the laws.
spinning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the original video that this all came out from. They've released more then. And also, NDAs that were signed in the 60s to where people could not mention this legally or show any of these things are expiring in this year, a year after they like a year or two after they started releasing this information, and as more info is coming out, almost like it was planned for this time. Because all this stuff is old stuff.
Yeah.
We've had this footage for a while. They just refused to release it for some unknown reason. Probably fear of public panic. But
Yeah.
you know, it's not that age anymore. They probably realized, like, yeah, by then it probably won't be that age anymore. One second, I'm taking my bite of my buffalo chicken calzone.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
I kind of want to have a calzone later.
My fat ass needs exercise after this.
What the fuck is this other tire? Is it on top? Nope, it is not. So back on the topic of AI, before we talk about the aliens some more, 'cause that's something that I like to talk about. Or, like, I don't know much about it, but I think it's interesting. But back on the topic of AI, I was just scrolling through TikTok earlier, and I saw this one this one AI Breaking Bad.
What?
And it was Saul, Mike, and Gus plotting how to kill like Walter White, and then Walter White just like rolls up and just starts talking about joking, just out of the blue for no reason.
Joking or jelking?
Jelking.
Ugh. Even I have my limits.
You just
But have you seen fucking AI Biden versus Trump?
like just the fucking like.
No. There's a live version that's
No, I
on
haven't.
the spot. It's on Twitch, and they're just constantly like insulting each other and making up new insults. They're making up insults that humans have never made up. And I'm like, this is amazing. This is what AI should be used for. I remember the first one was like AI Seinfeld, and then that said that joke.
An uh-oh joke.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I read into that joke, and if you pay enough attention, it honestly seems more trans supportive than transphobic.
Yeah.
Because it's like making the fun of the fact that like no one wants to hear transphobic jokes. That's the joke.
Yeah. Where the fuck is this tire? Is it down here?
I think it's funny that whenever, no matter what you do, if you give an AI unrestricted internet access or even access to just like a Twitch chat, it will become racist, or homophobic, or transphobic, or just a bigot in general at some point. You have to literally,
That's just the pipeline.
you have to literally like lobotomize the AI by putting a super filter on them in order to like prevent that.
I like the idea of lobotomizing an AI.
Hey, that's what it is, basically. I, I understand why it would, but it's such an extreme response.
Well, another thing that I
get it,
saw
but
on TikTok earlier
like,
was
one second. Character AI used to be way more advanced. You could do way more with it, but they had to censor it. But they censored it so bad that it's basically a completely different set of AIs now. It's way less advanced. Its conversation isn't as good. Like you have to literally like lobotomize them. Continue on with what you were gonna say. Continue on with what you were gonna say.
Did you see? I was scrolling through on TikTok.
I almost put my calzone instead of into my blue cheese into my ashtray. That wouldn't have been nice. Yummy. It tastes grilled this one.
I gotta get a new PB.
It tastes smoked this way. You know what I mean? You put it in the ashtray.
Yeah. Come on, new PB.
I give it that smoky flavor. Slow-mo.
That slow-mo action jump shot.
Oh my god, I witnessed a canon event today.
What happened?
So basically, I wanted to get one more bite in. I think I'm such a fucking slob when I'm, which is the complete opposite of what I normally am. Yeah. Woo! But fuck, what were we talking about?
Canon event.
Oh yeah. So there was this like middle school girl, and you could tell she was one of those random like quirky girls, like those ones that are kind of cringe, but either end up being like they either make the best video essays you've ever seen, or they become like really bad, like bad in like the looks way, but like not. Jody's gonna be watching this. I love you, Jody. I love you, Jody. And so, and I didn't mean it like that. Not the cage.
So I hope you know nothing of this is getting censored. We're just rolling with it.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me take another bite of my buffalo chicken. But yeah. I prepared it, but I'm not going to bite into it. So basically, I gave her other half for a take it. She was like, can I bite it? Can I eat it? And like, I wanted so bad to be like, just respond like super negatively so she doesn't act like that again. But like, the inner Miguel O'Hara in my brain stopped me. It grabbed onto my shoulder and was like, just don't say anything. This is her canon event. You can't mess this up. Just don't respond at all. Don't even pay attention to it.
They
This
have to
is
feel the consequences of their actions.
This is, don't respond negatively, don't respond positively, just don't respond. This is a canon event. Like, in that moment, I realized it was a canon event. That was a canon event in my life.
That's a character-defining moment.
Being this cringe is something that everyone must go through at some point. And if they don't go through it, I don't think they're actual well, that sounds wrong, but I don't think they're like they're not worthy is what I mean.
Yeah, if you talk to anybody that I knew in middle school, like if you talk to Russell or Nathan, they're gonna tell you that I was one of the most cringe at our school.
Me too. Me too.
A lot of that was just because I had no social aptitude whatsoever. But I'm way better now.
I've made friends easily for some reason. Probably because I Probably because I would talk and be nice, but I was also kind of a pushover. Mm-hmm. Back then. Now I'm gonna push you over. Yeah.
That's it.
I hope that picked up.
It did, I think.
No. I went from a pushover to a push you over.
I can do this sentence standing on my head. Thanks to my circus trains.
There's the paperwork. We won't be seeing Mo DeLuna
It's
back
circus
on the street
training.
for at least 8 years. Thanks to those
Clown.
Got sentenced to 8 years in prison for parking tickets.
Long career finished, and all without a single blemish. Hey Pat,
American
I'm
police.
here for Mo DeLuca.
You're the bad guy in this game.
No, I'm just undercover.
ACAB includes Chase.
No.
You okay back there?
He is actively sabotaging the police department.
Shut up and take me to Albatross.
If you insist. But I don't really work for the prison. So we
That's what
can
you're
go
doing.
somewhere else if you
That's not what
like.
Chase is doing.
Oh man.
Did you
I know Vinny come through
listen?
for me.
Chase killed an
What's your name,
unarmed
Chase?
person of color
Oh, yeah? Don't
who was
care.
begging for their
Go to
life.
the usual hideout.
I don't want to hear it from you.
Actually, I work for
You
Chase
Chase defender.
I'm sick of it. I arranged this escape because I want to
You're a
work for
Chase
real
auntie.
criminal.
Ha-ha.
No.
Shows you got guts, Chase. Cedar Street. That's
ACAB
where your hideout
includes
is.
Chase.
Looks like they figured out what I'm up to. This might get bumpy.
If it gets
ACAB
around
includes
an 8-year
Judy
stretch, you
Hopps.
can make it as bumpy as you like.
It does. It absolutely 100% does.
As getaways go, I give this one 7 out of 10. That's not bad, kid.
Aliens. They're real.
When you think about it, Zootopia was way ahead of its time.
I can see why Chan hired you.
Zootopia was so ahead of its time. It features a cop racially profiled.
There's that one scene where fucking Judy and Nick are getting into an argument, and Nick starts getting a little bit aggressive, and Judy just reaches for mace.
Oh my god. I really was ahead of its time.
Jesus.
They were trying to...
Swift, I'm gonna stop this chase for just a second. Look at all of those guys with the same mohawk. There are like 10 guys that just have the same outfit and the same hairdo.
Has this been here before? Huh?
No, I just, this is the first time that I've noticed them. This is just a random event. Just all of these guys spawn in the same location with the same outfit.
We're getting close. So,
Canon event.
you really want to jump ship to Vinny's
It's a
crew?
canon event.
You were not moving fast enough to make that jump.
I might be
You
able
are
to swing
not
some
moving fast enough to make that jump.
You're good.
No, you don't get it. See?
Vinny,
He's
he's
chased
a
under
little
cover.
altogether. You're gonna have to do something really special
The
to get
fuck
in
you have like a
here.
jet rocket strapped to the back of the car?
So I can run civilians over.
What kind of fucking hillbilly ass engineering is this? I put the thingamabob together. It killed 5 innocent people, but it helped me fish better, so it's worth.
Atrocious day to be an op. Have you seen that video? It's atrocious day to make an op, and it's a guy making like a beam out of like a microwave that just shoots out like blue radiation.
I've seen that original video. That dude's insane. I'm convinced he's like a skinwalker. Fuck it, I don't give a shit if that means. Oh, they're gonna come after you. I'm disrespecting your religion right now. No, actually, I don't believe in that. I'm sorry.
I got
The
my kiwi strawberry Snapple right here.
Native Americans are very cool.
Hey,
I
Chase,
love the Native
I
Americans.
think I found your in with my cousin Vinny.
That was fast.
My cousin Vinny.
What is it?
My brother-in-law works at the airport.
I love
They
the
got
Native
some ship
Americans.
fancy high-tech gizmos
That was
in
supposed
from
to be a
security
trouble
company
voice. What the
out
fuck was
east.
that?
I know for a fact that Vinny would really.
You know,
get his
I'm
hands on
I'm
it.
actually a really
How do I
big
get my
fan of the
hands
Native
on it in the first
Americans. I
Ah,
don't hate the Native Americans.
okay.
Don't look at my
I don't
policy.
usually like to do
We don't
jobs
care about
myself,
that. We care about
but
what's
you did me a
personally
real
deep
solid
inside
back at the
someone's heart in my
courthouse.
household.
So I'll help you out. This
Um,
once, meet me in a car
And deep in
park
my heart
south of the
are the
airport.
Native
I'll get right over there.
Americans. I love the Native Americans. Aliens are real.
Aliens are real.
Yeah, it's very true. There's conservatives talk about them all the time.
I hope Mo doesn't take long.
So they believe in aliens but not trans people?
Not at all.
This
No,
car is for you. It
not that
belongs to
kind of
you.
alien. You didn't get the joke.
Feel free to
I'm
I
talking
get it
about
now.
immigrants.
With good driving, that's a guarantee.
Whoa! And that's the truck you gotta stop. Get in the car. Great. Now floor it.
That's actually
Pit
one of the
maneuver.
most. That's actually one of the most atrocious. Like they do a lot of atrocious shit, but like, how have we just allowed them to like turn alien into like an actual like legitimately
Nice driving,
seriously
Chase.
taken
I
word
think you're gonna
for
be a
like
real asset
immigrants?
to the crew. Now
Like
get the
that
truck to
they
Vinny's
were the
restaurant.
ones who started
They'll
referring to
know
them
you,
as aliens.
trust me.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a
Smooth it
and
over,
continue
Dusty.
to even like after. No,
I've been speaking with the
we
mayor's
mostly
office, and she says you can do whatever you
kind
need
of
to
tried to
charge
be
any costs to the department,
kind of less racist
whatever it takes
overall
to catch Rex Fury.
Your timing.
as a country.
I just took a delivery. truck
Sorry, I
off
just
the
pit maneuvered a
Don't
garbage
worry,
truck
I
with my
already started
semi
the
truck.
tab for you after Frank told me
Oh,
about the
this is a
car you took from
baddie.
Chandler.
Oh my god!
Hi.
Did you just see what I did to that car?
Pressed.
Well, he was gonna
You've killed
try
so many
asking
innocent
Santa,
people. Is
but
this
he
really
chatted
worth?
with me first.
It's like
I
the
think he's
police
starting to
definitely kill
learn
people,
from
but they
his
definitely kill less
mistakes.
people than you do.
I kinda feel proud of him.
I'll keep
My
you updated
most
if
of
I
my
need to take anything
kills
else
are
away.
from reckless endangerment.
No. Reckless implies it's unintentional. This is very intentional. This is personal.
This is second-degree murder.
No.
Oh my
This is
god.
degree.
This is premeditated. That drop-off point's right there. I can't destroy the truck before then.
So, like, about that NDA passing, it was an NDA on a U.S. missile firing test base that fired test nukes on an empty island.
And now he wanted to see me.
His ice cream parlor was a and there was an NDA because
there was Tony one time.
What they did
So-called because
was they fired a nuke,
everything once.
Hey,
and they have footage of
Hollywood folds.
No, tell him I can't see him today.
Lucky Pete.
Good to see you. Whoa! No!
one second. They have footage of and
Hey, I found a penny.
basically
The Crayfish twins.
I'm repeating myself a lot.
And Mikey spoilers.
Geez,
check it out.
damn, that's cruel.
Get to the
What the fuck?
space.
Um,
Knock down the planet from the ceiling
That's
to get
fucked
a
up.
secret item.
But basically they have footage of like just like a spinning like circular-ish object, kind of like a disc,
Yeah.
flying around the nuke that's launching, shining a light on it, and then the nuke, its a missile and the nuke itself deactivate and fall, and then it just fucking flies off. It just disappears. And it turned out that wasn't the only nuke it turned off. That was the one it turned off in the air. They then checked the 10 other nukes they were about to use, and they were all completely shut off and unusable as well. Suddenly, when just a little bit ago they were perfectly fine. You can search this up.
I wanted to give him a nice surprise, you know?
I might be accidentally over exaggerating a few parts just from memory not being great, but they definitely did shut off those nukes. And the NSA is investigating into that, or no, the DOD is investigating into that now. And I'm like, I have a feeling you've been investigating into that since the 60s when you made them sign the NDA.
Yeah.
Well, I've come this far.
That's right.
Oh, now we're investigating. Now you're publicly investigating.
So, did you ever watch BuzzFeed Unsolved?
I watched like a little bit.
There's this like running bit where like they're talking about like supernatural stuff, and then like here's another thing that could have happened. Like Ryan's like, here's something that could have happened. Aliens, and then Shane's like, no, we're not doing this. It just like tries to like, it's like somebody who believes in aliens versus somebody who doesn't believe in aliens at all.
The History Channel.
The History Channel once it gets past midnight.
So here's an idea. Aliens.
Ellie, I'll have another thing for the tab soon.
Oh.
I'm about to break into a bank vault.
I'm turning man. Nope.
That Lego girl is a baddie.
No problem. You need any help getting in?
That's a joke.
Okay.
That's a joke. I'm sorry, Jody.
There's an
It's
entrance to
okay.
the sewer in the gardens opposite the bank.
Whoa, wait. I can't just walk in the front door.
It's a bank vault. The only way in is via a ventilation
But
hatch
yeah,
on top
aliens,
of it.
100%.
And the only way to that is via the sewer.
Because there's also like the other one they saw,
No.
and they actually have close-up in color footage of one more recently. And it was shown at like an actual hearing, so like this is real. You know, you can watch the full thing on YouTube from like official sources. And what you see is it fly by. We also have reports of like ships firing at them, and then they just dodge and like zoom off and like just disappear, like completely. And then they showed up, and I forget, it was either another like jet or like another like ocean ship. Noticed them like noticed the same thing with the same description appear like 60 miles out within like a few seconds.
I have an idea. What if, hear me out, they aren't aliens, they're Transformers.
Transformers are aliens.
And that no, hear me out. Those are the aliens. They're not the UFOs. The UFOs are the aliens.
More than we
There's
see.
there's nobody piloting
He's
them. They're just
sick.
piloting themselves.
That would be sick. I'd be like, hell yeah, that's cool.
That would be epic.
What if one day we like, you know, we reach the climax of our current second Cold War, which is actually just our first Cold War because it never actually ended.
Mhm.
And we just claim it ended because we stopped being nearly as aggressive.
Mhm.
And like, what if like, you know, we all fire nukes at each other. Everyone's firing nukes. Then out of nowhere, Earth gets hit with a giant fucking light. Not from the nuclear explosion. Everyone thinks it's a nuclear explosion.
Mhm.
But it like lights up the dome of the Earth, like the atmosphere itself. And then suddenly all the nukes just shut off and fall and just don't work. They don't blow up or anything. And they just can't work anymore. That would be sick. Look, personally, if the aliens could do all those things and avoid all our things and wanted to destroy us, they already would have. They've been doing this since the 60s, apparently. Maybe even earlier. So they probably already would have.
They probably realize that if their end goal is to like destroy the human race, like a bunch of people are like, oh, they're gonna kill us all. The
human
best way
race
to
is doing
do
a
it,
real good job themselves.
their best way to do it is just to let it play out.
We're doing a real good job ourselves. Like, we're fucked. We're fucked, bro.
We're killing everyone.
You know what I
We're
mean.
killing the planet.
We're everything's up.
But I do want to know how it fits this lock.
They just
Like,
feel
yeah,
pity.
What a significant
we fucked up. They might straight up just feel pity. Because I mean, we've fired at them several times and they've never fired back. They usually just avoid it.
Mhm.
But like, that brings up a great point. Like, people, maybe this whole like violence we have, maybe it's just an Earth thing.
Mhm.
Like, maybe it's just like the conditions of Earth as a planet that led to this. And they would be completely different from us. Even their form of intelligence would be different from ours because they grew up on completely different conditions. They could have grown up in a possible literal utopia. Like, it would be rare, but it's not impossible. We have an infinite, ever-expanding fucking universe. And we're not the only one either.
Yeah.
We have like an infinite, like,
Smells like these pipes are used to carry
like there's other universes, like not alternate universes, but other universes outside of our universe do exist, and we know this.
Do
we
you
can see
believe in the many worlds theory?
like, sort of, maybe. I feel like it's kind of pointless to believe. It's not something we'll ever be able to prove.
Mhm.
It's this thing with like, oh, we live in a simulation. We'll never know.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, we'll know if they spill water on the PC.
But I definitely think the aliens are real because they wouldn't be investigating into all this and bringing like Harvard. Oh yeah, sometime in July, the NASA and the DoD with a bunch of like other scientists are going to release an official report on all of these sightings and new sightings as well. So when they're getting like Harvard top level aero scientists involved on this now, and they also have been signing making people in the military sign complete non-disclosure agreements on these things specifically about these like things that are showing up, it tells me they know that it's something.
Mm.
You know, look, it's definitely not Russia. They're getting their ass fucked right now. We can't say that on YouTube, can we?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
I feel like we're allowed to shit talk Russia. Like you would expect a nation that big and one that has a historic, like dominant, like military to like not
and I'm gonna be honest.
such a bad military against
China,
Ukraine.
China definitely does. Let's be real. They've been spending so much trying to just get to our military technological level because they literally don't want to fight us. They want to pretend like they want to fight us, but they don't.
Yeah.
And North Korea definitely doesn't have it. If we had it, we would already be flexing it and using it to like the whole world. If we've had it for this long, we would have destroyed everyone in our path with it.
There would be no kind of like it would be like how in like the fucking whenever the United States like just the CIA just overthrew like governments.
Yeah.
Like, that would happen so much more. There would like not be a single enemy to the United States.
Yeah. Absolutely destroy. Like, especially if we could deactivate nukes in midair too, like within seconds. There's no way.
There would be no consequence for the United States to do anything.
And we have shown for the little bit of time we were the only people who had nukes. We acted exactly like that. We were like, we're gonna destroy you. We're gonna blow you up.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever anyone defied us.
By the bomb. It killed
people?
What? Who tries flushing an air mattress down the toilet?
Who gonna win, Oppenheimer or Barbie? Personally, I think they should settle that debate and just end it by putting both of the movies next to each other. And at the same time, you buy a ticket and you get to see both.
Nathan
Barbie
and Russell and I were planning on like go seeing it, like we're gonna get to go see one then the other. Like I think the plan was we were gonna see Oppenheimer and then Barbie, just to get that like shock, that culture shock. Just whiplash.
So like kind of like fucking blow your mind.
Yeah.
Blow. I didn't blow up. Like Oppenheimer's the bomb that look killed
style.
But yeah. Look, there's no way that that's anyone. And there's no way that it's just like an illusion. We have pictures, we have footage.
Mm-hmm.
Even some of it's even high quality, and there's probably even more they haven't released since they're releasing shit so slow.
Yeah.
They're clearly planning to reveal something big. Eventually, but they want to do it very slow. They want to keep it slow and steady.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not like, you know. Again, they're probably still afraid of panic, even though all of this was reported on and made public, and even the news focused on it, and no one reacted.
Mm-hmm.
Found that color swapper.
Like, that even shocked me. I'm like, holy shit. They're admitting, after basically trying to hide it for their entire existence, they're admitting, yeah, UFOs are real. Many of those sightings that we said were wrong and did everything to, like, they were wrong, might have actually been real.
They probably, like, wanted to get, like, ahead of it. Like how, okay.
Yeah.
Like how whenever a YouTuber does something and they just decide to, like, say it instead of, like, letting other people say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I have a feeling that something got leaked. So they're like, we need to get ahead of this.
You know someone that can handle the sand?
But now they're choosing to release more, even though no one's paying attention. Really. Which might have been because there was no negative reaction, or really any reaction at all by the general public. They might have been like, holy shit, we were right.
What happened?
Yeah.
I couldn't justify
We
employing
can
him
release all
anymore,
this now.
so he's sleeping with the fishes now.
Not releasing it in the
He's
60s
in
does
my
make a
attachment at
ton
the
of sense,
aquarium.
honestly.
I'll be in touch.
Mhm.
We were still a very, very religious society. And even science sometimes wasn't accepted still then.
Yeah.
So like it would shatter so many people's like view of the world. And, like,
Oh shit! I just realized.
and like beliefs.
Do you see what is down there in that vent?
No.
It is a semi truck with a like cow catcher on the front, and a giant rocket attached to the back.
Oh my lord.
It is the super dozer. Literally
Kill more
Killdozer
civilians.
2.0.
Kill more civilians.
Hey,
Kill more
Chase, I
civilians.
got to the really good part of the manual. You can use the
I'm
color
gonna
paint to
kill
turn
more
things
civvies,
silver.
mate.
That kind of defeats the point of me robbing a bank, doesn't it?
It's not real silver, but it's close enough to make stuff all shiny and reflective. Useful if there are laser beams around. Capiche?
Yeah, that might be handy in this place.
Great.
No.
Just fill it with silver color if you see a
Yeah.
swapper, and keep a lookout
They're
for
real.
the bell pepper
Yeah.
emerald. Call me when you get out of the vault.
I don't think that's real. Not because I actually believe it's real. It's that one cryptid from like I forget like the Philippines. That's just like a god that like sits in a tree and like smokes a ton of weed and will just randomly fuck with people. Like that's definitely real.
It's just a funny guy.
I'd be doing that shit if I was a god too.
You'd just be like, you'd be sitting up in your cloud, and you'd just be like, man, fuck this one guy in particular. You just decide to smite him like some old fucking like Zeus shit.
No, I don't smite people. I do a little trolling. I make them think they're going insane.
I am not crazy.
I think they're like slowly worse and worse. Slowly but substantially. And push them to their very limit. And if they survive, they go to heaven. If they die, they go to hell.
You just put it up to one challenge.
Not in there either.
And
It's a Mr. Beast challenge.
If I never challenge you, you just go to purgatory.
You think the people who lose Mr. Beast challenges just go to hell?
Yeah. He takes them there himself. He's taking them. He is the Antichrist.
He is the ferry driver on the, what is it, the fucking, I don't know what it's called.
What does the Antichrist do? What does the Antichrist do when?
It hides behind a mask and I don't fucking know.
No, the Antichrist makes a mockery of miracles. What does Mr. Beast do? Boom. Boom.
And it's in the name, you know. Mr. Beast.
He's the Beast. It's like he's making it so obvious. How are you people not realizing yet?
His name was 6,000. 6 as in 666?
6? The Satan number? I'm traveling with the energy from my ancestors. I'm from the future.
Breaking the law. I think they probably already know that, Phil.
I guess I'm not getting out of here undetected then.
Oh my god.
Well, this is just undignified.
This isn't nearly as common as like crackheads, but do you know about UK spice heads?
You've mentioned them to me before, I believe.
Yes. I probably mentioned it in the call. Basically, it's like it spices an artificial THC that works like a mix of crack, heroin, and fent. Somehow, it's a very like chemically made drug, sort of like bath salts, but not nearly as bad. Bath salts are like action terrifying. But what it does, it's like they just fall on the floor and like swing their head around and like slump over. It's like they can't even like speak. Like they're just drooling out of the mouth.
That super build needs a lot of bricks.
Wait, I get to build the killdozer.
You get to build the killdozer. Yeah, this is working out well. Berries. I don't think they exist. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you say?
Fairies? I don't think they exist, I'm not gonna lie.
Why do you believe in gnomes, but you don't believe in fairies?
Gnomes have historical logic and reason, such as every culture, even despite having no contact with many of each other, developing them around the same time. Fairies? That's like some shit that Disney made up, basically. Like they didn't, but like they did.
What about sirens? You think those exist?
Maybe. Fucking. There is a theory that Uncanny Valley is from having to avoid being killed by humanoid-esque creatures.
That is a very weird thing, is Uncanny Valley.
Although, I have a great explanation for that theory. Around the time, we would have actually evolved that into ourselves, because, you know, adaptation like that, such a huge mental one, take a while, and so does evolution. But what it is like, like around that time, there was things that looked human, but weren't human. They were like our ancestors that either like, or well, no, are like relative like human-esque things back when we were cavemen that either died out or kind of just became mixed with humans, and then their genes just over time kind of stopped existing. Like Neanderthals. There was like three, isn't there? There's a few other ones too, but those ones died off a little quicker. But they did exist, and we absolutely fought. Like,
Yeah.
we knew that like you were kind of different, so we fought each other. And second off, another thing,
do something nice for the bank too.
so what, like, think about, like, this is gonna sound a little crazy first. Think about racism. So racism is like the judgment of others and feeling like they're a threat often for not looking like how you look.
Are you saying that racism is a primal instinct?
I'm not saying that racism is a primal instinct. I'm saying that racism could, a mix of like cavemen and Neanderthals fighting and racism causing people to like believe certain people are like dangerous or like savages could be like not cause it to happen, could sort of be a factor of why it's still around. It just doesn't kind of work like that anymore because we're kind of used to it in general society now. So instead it like applies itself to like other things, such as things more similar, like how a Neanderthal looked different than a Homo sapien. they call me Homo erectus.
I was just about to mention, why the fuck did they call it Homo erectus?
I think that's because it was a little bigger. It was like expanded almost.
They knew what they were doing.
I don't think they did, not gonna lie.
You don't think one guy was just in the lab one day? It's like, you know what would be the funniest thing ever?
Because when was that term even dated?
I don't know.
But
Alright, that's it. I'm building the killdozer.
when was term?
Oh my god.
Jet-powered snowplow.
Fucking killdozer.
Hey! I was about to rob this place. Sorry! I meant to have this place on Tuesdays, but the people listen
It's like,
to me.
yeah. But if you look at the skulls of
call
like
it
the other like human-like
organized crime.
creatures that were like around at our time, like not like even physically, like based off of their bone structure, they would look completely different. And like like yeah, no, they would look so different, and we always fought each other. Like we fought each other a ton. It wasn't always due to how we looked, but it probably definitely like convinced us to be like, oh yeah, these aren't us. Probably were like racism kind of a little bit comes from. You wanna know what's so weird?
What?
We're like kind of like almost every like you know, like white racist who like, you know, like hates like black people or something.
Yeah.
At some point in history, their genes would have had to come from someone who was like black or brown, because that's where like everything originated.
I don't get it.
What? Don't get what I mean?
No, they don't get it. The racists don't get it.
Well, yeah, because they literally edit history. They do that all the fucking time. Because any amount of science or history just proves all their beliefs wrong.
I
Like
remember
anyone isn't biased.
this like fuckhead on Twitter was like, I can't believe all the woke liberals are trying to make Jesus woke by making him like tan or dark skinned.
Oh my god. There's no way he couldn't have been dark skinned. If he was in that region at the time, he would have been dark skinned. It is way impossible for him to not be dark skinned. They're making Jesus woke by making him believe in socialism.
Socialism beer. Socialism, if socialism was a beer. Socialism beer.
They're making Jesus woke by making him say that rich people can't go into heaven. They're making Jesus woke by making him say to be a good rich person, you must either take from the rich and give to the poor, or the rich to redeem themselves must take their money and give it to the poor. You're making Jesus woke.
Can't believe they're making Jesus woke, giving him handouts to people who can't eat.